Blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. Here's Tua. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire him that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Yellow blue. No pink. Red cycle.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill as time expires in the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. Now, a little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a third and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Wentz and the Commanders staring down a third and long now after that sack. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing his Wentz. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Wentz going to go on fourth down. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Strike. Ready.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll hit Mostert again here. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Rolling to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody way, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy Yanni again hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we're lit. Grrr.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Washington Commanders and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Carr going to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Commanders 7, Raiders 0. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. From midfield, here's Carr. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
Brings up 4th down.
29.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Wentz now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Raiders nothing. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Now a play fake. Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On play action, now Carr. Connects with Cole again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. The 40. The 20.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Washington Commanders and the Miami Dolphins. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go! Hey, green! Yellow, go! Blue and black! Right, 60! Here's yellow!
Play action, now it's Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long.
Right, 97.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Shot, 17.
Miami Dolphins. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guy. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Here we go, set.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
10. Pause red.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Wentz now to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now Wentz again. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Slings this deep from McLaurin. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, the better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready?
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hey, red! Green cap! Set!
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert,
37 yards.
and the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who is open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
The 2 are going to try and throw for it.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. William Jackson with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Play action. Now Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing on first is Wentz.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the 2nd half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Wentz.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Wentz going to throw. And this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Tua. He'll hit Mostert again here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp?
He's got a man complete. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Wentz going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. He's got daylight. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Wentz now on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A chance for Waddle on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Green. Drill 52. Don't pay. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, Green. Right, right.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
Slide through. 6, 7. Black open. 10.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he will have a Dolphins first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on fourth down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Striker, 3-3.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Ready, ready. 560. Black shot. Red, yellow. Yellow, blue.
Tua on 4th down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
Now Wentz.
Pass complete to Robinson.
And he's got Rome. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back to throw. Wentz. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Wentz.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
And he's brought down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Wentz to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
I know we have individual minds, but I think we're thinking as one on this one, and one was the number, wasn't it?
Yeah, kick the extra point. Now you need a miracle. You need an onside kick quickly to do something spectacular.
I mean, going for two there, either they felt like this is all we've got left, we've got to win it right now, or they've got some incredible miracle special teams play to get the ball back and give them one last chance.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
17, red. No red. Ball red. Ready?
Tagovailoa buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Slide through. 22 needle. 6. Measure.
Tua to throw.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Well, that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over, but sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turns.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap
between the Washington Commanders
and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready.
And we are underway in Southern California.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Throwing first play is Herbert.
Incomplete to open things up.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, 40 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Commanders 14, Chargers nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And out across midfield, down to the 45.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
Running on first down, Eckler. He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
It's Eckler again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. The trick play works. Excellent execution, 18 yards on that fake, and a first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Wentz now on first down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Quick strike to Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first down, it's Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Throwing after the interception. Herbert. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Herbert off of play action. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. To try again after the sack. Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. After the sack on first down, Herbert going deep here for Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Wentz going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. They got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you...
And my goodness, another interception. And a great return as he gets this all the way.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here
between the Washington Commanders
and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready.
And we are underway in Southern California. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
And that is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Wentz. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I bet.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a toss running left, Eckler. Down to about the 32. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Herbert. Flushed out right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Play action. It's Herbert. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice in meet.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him.
Oh, no time to pitch it, and down he goes. And it's in the end zone. That's going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Man open is Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Wentz now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 36 yards. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Commanders 15, Chargers nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Wentz.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz.
And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Chargers, nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the left to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively.
Yeah. Sound like some superhero. Black superheroes. Oh yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a role like me. Military mind state and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mecca. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one
between the Washington Commanders and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
first carry here for Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wentz to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Montez Sweat with a tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
He's 42.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jacobs. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll start with a give to Robinson. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jet sweep, Carr backs it forward. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this 1st half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He hits Adams complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10.
At their own 15. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people... they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Carr now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
6-18.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. And now the rookie's free.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Sly on for the extra point.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score. Commanders 41. Raiders nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And my goodness, another interception. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been tell you the dash all wood. Then payments the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. So I threw the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner a nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write any.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap
between the Washington Commanders
and the Los Angeles Rams.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
32. 32.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Going right back to Akers.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
From Commanders territory now, it's first and 10
at the 38.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Stafford hooking up with Akers.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Stafford. Flush to his right.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
On second down, back to Henderson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
27-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's wondered in his game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for first and 10.
At the 31-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw again on second down. Wentz. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he is going to have a Commander's first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On play action, Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Wentz. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambler. Comes up empty here. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
Stay 50. Hey, 5-0.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA!
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tressway to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it's the right time to make that call.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are in for 6. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, that's not one you see very often on Aaron Donald because we know he's not trying to do anything intentional, but that time, just a little too late for the officials' liking.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's taken down inside the 30. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. To try again after the sack. Howard under pressure. They got him again. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gudden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gudden, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football.